Namato Ratana Tayasa. May I pay homage to Triple Them, the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. My respect goes to my parents and my teachers. Hello, good evening, everyone. So today is Thursday, the 22nd of April 2021. And this is Ajahn Sujan from Boropunya Meditation Center, Aberdeen, Scotland. Hello, Margaret. Good evening. I hope that you're enjoying this lovely sunshine. It's a beautiful. We had a first time ever, morning tea and croissants outside. It was lovely. Quiet, but all the different types of the birds were singing. Hello, Manish. Hello, Falada, and everyone. Whoever joined us, you can post something that saying that you are here. Oh, Margaret is saying that it's still painting. Wow. So must be enjoying. I was also doing few things at the center too, because of the snow and rain from the back of the stable. Water was coming through the storeroom, so I was digging and plastering it as well. Hello, Yvonne. It's not a morning, it's an afternoon. So I believe that you just woke up. Ajaran Pon, Yom Falada. Falada is following us from Thailand every day. So thank you. So I thought that Yvonne just woke up from this sunbathing. I noticed it was sunbathing, enjoying the sun. So immediately when she posted saying good morning everyone, yes, occasionally do appear something like that. I remember it was one time when I was a novice in Bangkok, in our temple, Wat Pak Nam Phasi Charan, and I was a novice at that time. And after lunch, I went for we were cleaning the whole building as a routinely a responsibility, and I was one of them. And we used to live together, about 70 novices. It was really crowded. And on that day, what happened was that after cleaning and I had a shower and went into a little rest, and I went so deep sleep. I slept like a log, and I woke up. At just about 5:45, and it was a little dark. And I thought, oh my goodness, now it's going to be late. Now I need to prepare myself. So I wore the robes so quickly, and then hold this spoon and the bag that we normally every monks in a temple uses for breakfast and lunch. I grabbed that bag and went out from the room. And even went out from the building and noticed why nobody is following, why nobody is here. And then by the time when I arrived at the door of this chapel, I realized, oh, it is not 6 o'clock, it's 6 o'clock in the evening. Yeah? So like that, it happened. Now I think this has happened to Yvonne today. Bless you. So I was, I was reflecting today. Actually, it's been a few days that since the COVID-19, I've been using different devices for online. Basically, technology has taken over. There are so many things. And initially, I started by using this iPhone, which I have. And again, I was given this to use it in the center. I started with this one, and gradually other smaller gadgets collected along the way, like a stand and a microphone and extension and a charger. And it went up furthermore to the OBS program, and then it went into this StreamYard, and go on. And now recently I've got this memo, which is quite interesting. It seems like life become a very complicated as I've been giving it, and then gradually these gadgets and things become a necessary, and then eventually it's become a complicated as well. And eventually now I come to conclusion that I think this mobile phone alone is enough for me, rather than chasing those new devices and new technologies, which is making more complicated. Whereas I realize that using this mobile phone alone, I can do rest of all the things without any stress and hustles and bustles. So in our life, that's why there was a story that the Buddha told in Savatthi, where he stayed most of the time, and the temple he was donated by the millionaire called Anathapindika. And there, one occasion, the Buddha was talking that there are 3 particular things that people will look for, search for, that in their lives, always looking for that. And that is, the first one is essential pleasure. And this is, again, obviously, it's very easy to understand that every one of us would like to have essential pleasure. We would like to see the nice things, like today, I believe many of us enjoying this beautiful weather after a long time. So we would like to have such things, and we don't want to have any other things that makes us upset and disappointed. And meanwhile, we also would like to hear nice songs, nice things, and caring and lovely, loving words and things like that. Like today, as we were sitting outside, we could hear the birds singing. It was so mesmerizing, hypnotizing, and even looking at those birds eating Yvonne's bird feeding. And I was telling the story that those little birds, when I was a young boy in our village in Nepal, we used to hunt and kill and barbecue. Then Tita Damo and Jackie was saying that, "Oh no, are you telling the truth or are you joking?" And when I say, "No, I'm telling the truth," and like that. So it reminds me that how terrible upbringing I was, hunting the birds. So like that. So we love to have essential pleasures, and as a result we would look for things that makes us happy or makes us comfortable life. And which is the case that I was like following these technology and trying to upgrade and following it. But eventually I found that life became very complicated. Simplest is the best solution, I would say. But this is what is happening. And then people would like to see more things than they have. And would like to compare with what they would normally with the families or the relatives. So a small house is not good enough, and you would like to have a big house. And a car is not good enough, you want to have expensive cars, and so on. So that's why the first thing that in normal ways we would like to have a sensual pleasure, entertaining our eyes, ear, tongue, and nose, and the body, enjoying the senses. And that is the first thing that people would search for. And as a result of that, people will be trying to migrate from one place to another, hoping that they could get a good financial support. And then with that financial support, they will try to find the right place and a safe place to live on. And that sort of a thing. And this is the sensual pleasure. And according to the teachings of the Buddha, that there is a person who never practiced meditation then would not be satisfied with what they have, and will continue look for something replacing or more than that. And I think I have mentioned many times last year during the COVID-19 that so many people were began to search in their own houses and clearing it out. They found that there have been so many things lying in a loft or in the cupboards for many years unused, and they found it. So like that. Okay? And the second is that we normally would like to we try to search for our own existence. How can I project myself? How can I be one of them? And Yvonne is saying that I'm going to live in the forest. Okay, good luck with you. Okay, Yvonne. Actually, that's the third one I'm going to say about it. That how people like to go there, like to be secluded, and in a way like a spiritual. But let's speak the second one. That people will try to search for their own existence, that where I am, where I came from, what I'm going to be, and how I should be, like that. So that's why they will be trying to wearing a nice clothes and smartly and wearing smart clothes, or even projecting the expensive bags, just to show other people that I am a wealthy one, I am a decent, civilized one, and something like that. And then you will be, buying expensive clothes and expensive bags, expensive shoes, just to project yourself as a special or better than somebody else. I think I have told this story a long time ago here in our one of the talks that I bought one bag from Harrods. It was about 40 or 40 odd pounds, and I took it as a present for my sister in Nepal, and I was very happy, right? But later on, I realized that later, a year or 2 years later, I went back to Nepal and realized they were using it to go to the farming. So the value is basically how you use it, not the value of the money. Yeah. And similarly, there was one example I come across was a channel. The brand called Channel or something. And the lady, she bought that one bracelet and was sewing it, sewing it to people, saying that, oh, this is very expensive one. I bought it from in Japan, and this is the Chanel company. and asked how much was it. And she said it is about 80 or 90 pounds. Just one simple bracelet. And I was telling to myself, oh goodness me, you are not buying a item, but you are buying a logo or a company. Basically, you are making the company owner more richer. And there was another story, and I was told in Thailand that there was she was wearing a beautiful a necklace made of gold, and then she had a new ring on her finger, and then she was trying to show, whenever she is talking to somebody or whenever she is with around, and she was trying to touch her necklace and then trying to show her fingers and then the ring. But nobody says anything about, oh, your ring is so beautiful, oh, your necklace is beautiful. And she couldn't resist. So she was trying every sort of ways to let other people recognize that she has got this. And since nobody recognized it, and she burned it, she burned some other things in the room, and then she cried out loud, and then still holding her hands up and then touching this necklace. And then one person came and said, oh, your ring and your necklace is so beautiful. And she said, why didn't you tell me before I burned these down? So she burned these things only to be recognized that she has got this gold ring or maybe diamond ring and this new necklace like that. So they will be doing so many things just to be existence that be recognized by other people. And I think I have told that I used to watch this The Apprentice program run by Sir Alan. And I look at it and I watched it so many cities, and I really love it because how much cruelty going on in there, and then everybody is just projecting themselves to be better for the existence. So that is the people always searching for their own existence in different ways. And with that search, again, sometimes can bring a lot of troubles too. When you are attached to those findings, your existence, then they can be very attached to it. And you will be attaching to not only your name, but also your ethnic groups and your nationality. And then you're holding onto that idea that I am such and such. I am belong to, like, let's say, Scottish. So I am a Scottish. So, and then become proud of this being a Scottish. And actually now this is going to be the election, which is 6th of May. And there will be this projection of existence of this Scottishness, and everybody is, promoting for this Scottish and being a Scottish or independent and something like that. In a way, education is supposed to be demolishing these identities and become a universal. But now, because of the education, we are again trying to search our own existence and establishing our existence. With that, although openly we are not saying about this about the races, we are basically promoting that I am better than somebody. So that's in a way, racism as well. But again, it's politics. I don't want to go in that. So that's the second one, that people would search for their own existence. And the third one is the forest. Yvonne, it's about the forest. Hello, Somchai. I'm happy. Thank you. I'm happy. We are fine here as well. Yeah, so that's why the search for and the last one is a search for the holy life. And here, search for the holy life, normally what happens is that the moment when you feel upset with the community, moment when you feel upset with the family, moment when you're upset with the work or the partner, then you normally would have this thought of running away into the seclusion, deep down, deep into the forest, become a hermit. And that's basically running away. And that's why searching for this pure, holy life. Actually, that's not a pure, holy life. They're just running away from these problems and from this so many different types of things. And you will be running away in the forest. Okay? And then what happens is, after being in the forest for a couple of nights or maybe a week later, and you will be thinking of, oh, I miss my friend, or I miss this city life, or I miss this and miss that. So those thoughts will come. Those thoughts will basically disturb you. So that's fine. Now, most of the time what happens is that we simply try to run away and are searching for this kind of a holiness in the forest, and run away in the forest, hoping that it brings calmness and happiness. And if we check ourselves properly, and check ourselves deep down in our hearts, we realize that the moment when we have a problem, particularly in our relationship, or in our family, or in our work, or in our community, then we simply want to run away. We run away from them, far, far away. Like if you have a problem with your partner, you want to go separate, and then you will even move cities. And if you have a conflict with your neighbors or a community, then again you will just simply move away from that house, and so on. So that's why there are these three different types of a search that normally, as a human beings, always looking for. But that is not the path that helps us to be free and happy in our day-to-day life. So with this, what we need is to developing our understanding properly, what needs to be developed with direct knowledge, and this will help us to understand ourself. So that's why Buddha is basically saying that rather than searching for the sensual pleasure, look into yourself, understand yourself, understanding your own self. And then things that needs to be abandoned, like the ignorance and the craving that we crave for. So we need to abandon them. And the moment when we able to recognize the ignorance and ability to abandon our craving, our cravings, and then basically that leads to the knowledge which helps us to understand things as they truly are. And with that, eventually we will be free ourselves. So then we don't need to search for any essential pleasure. We don't need to look or search for our own existence. And we don't need to run away and search for the seclusion in the forests. All what we need is to understand ourselves. And then we become a normal. We become a real human. One who has got full of kindness and compassion towards oneself and then to the others. One will be able to link, understand, empathy, sympathy towards other people also develops too. So that's why you may have known our center's motto is helping hands, healing heart, and that is the agenda behind this the motto, that we all coming together, helping one another to heal our own hearts, and rather than trying to please ourselves through the sensual pleasures, and then trying to project ourselves or our existence in running away in the forests, simply helping together to heal this heart and coming together. And again, even if you want to run away in the forest, we have already created small forests, so you can go and run. So with this, I will end here for tonight's reflection, and may you all be well and happy. In a few moments' time, we're going to have evening chanting and guided meditation. You're most welcome to join with us. Right? Until then, good night, and see you shortly. May the Buddha Dhamma Sangha bless you. Thank you. Satu.